Hey guys, welcome to another Doctor Who The Miniatures game video. Today I'm opening the Doctor Who 12th Doctor and Companions expansion set, and if you have not seen it already, please do go back and watch my 10th Doctor and Companions opening video. You might be thinking to yourself, why is he doing a 12th Doctor and a 10th Doctor? Where's 11? That doesn't make any sense. Why isn't he doing Matt Smith? There's a couple of very simple answers to that. First of all, these were cheap on Amazon, and the other set was not. Second of all, in the 11th Doctor set, there's no characters like Wilf or Strax, which I absolutely love and would buy this just for them. And finally, what they do have in the 11th Doctor set is Rory, who I'm not a massive fan of, and Riversong, Amy and Clara, all of which I don't like. So although I do like the 11th Doctor, I think I'll get him with the 3 Doctors expansion he comes in instead. Anyway, without further waffling, let's crack into this. Got it upside down, man. Alright. So take the film off, and then we're going to open this as carefully as we can to preserve the box. So on the back of the box is a little... Ooh, you can't see that. On the back of the box is a little picture of what the sculpts look like when they're painted. And the worst looking ones are Clara and Strax, I'd say. But they're all pretty good. I mean, you can only do miniatures. There's so much of a likeness, I guess. Okay, so inside the box, as always, there's another box wrapped around with card that includes information about the companions and the 12th Doctor himself. Very rattling in this one. And the sonic sunglasses as well, apparently. Which I still can't really decide to myself whether that was cringeworthy or not, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're going to pop this open. It's got the lovely Gallifreyan symbol on it again. It's in lovely dark blue plastic, just like the 10th Doctor set and all the others for that matter. And we're going to do what we did last time and just start off in the top corner and work our way around. So, first of all, we have Clara. Then we have the 12th Doctor donning his sunglasses and also carrying what is meant to be a guitar that's like hanging down, but it's just, there's just a string of metal just sticking off his guitar. You might want to take that back to the shop, mates. Take that into the guitar centre, like, probably want something doing about that. His electric guitar is another thing that I couldn't really decide whether it was cringeworthy or not, but yeah. Capaldi was a pretty good Doctor at the end of the day, I think. He was just given bad writers. Next we have, is this Vastra yet? Madame Vastra. Who looks pretty damn good, to be honest. That's a pretty nice sculpt. That's probably one of my favourite sculpts so far. Even in spite of the fact that on her heels, the heel is just sticking out. What is this? Is that a blade sticking out of a heel? Wow. Okay. Next up, we're going to do Jenny, who has also got a bit of metal sticking off her. Has got a big bit dripping off her sword. That's interesting. Right. And finally, the greatest Doctor Who character of modern times, and probably the second greatest character after Wilf, possibly rivals Wilf. Possibly. Strax, the Sontaran. Wonderful character. One of the best bits, his head is so smooth. One of the best bits of writing in Doctor Who in the Moffat era, definitely. Although I'd still love to know where he came from, because, unless I'm mistaken, Vastra, Jenny and Strax are just sort of introduced as his mates, and it's never said where they came from. And finally, we have the little plastic bases in a little plastic bagging. Now, what you may have noticed is that, unlike in the last opening video, if you watched it, you won't have noticed it if you didn't watch it. But what you may have noticed is that in that set, when we opened the box, there were no cards in it. And that is because some of these sets were made without cards. And any of the cards that are missing, apart from the ones that still hadn't been done by this point, are included... Oh god, this won't go back in. Well done. Are included in the base game. So let's get the cards out now. Now, again, just like the 10th Doctor set, there seems to be less cards specifically for this set, but you do get a lot of generic cards and that sort of thing in the base game anyway, so it kind of doesn't really matter. There doesn't seem to be any unique adventure cards for each character like there is in the 10th Doctor set, but I digress. So first of all, we have the Doctor, who is only different to Tennant in the way that he doesn't have any melee dice. I believe that is the only difference. And rather than starting off with a sonic screwdriver, he starts off with a sonic device. The sonic device is not really as good as a sonic screwdriver because there is no melee option. Okay? But it's got 6 range, it attacks with 4 shooting dice, but it can only shock. Next we've got Clara Oswald, who doesn't appear to have any card come with her at all. She is a 4 movement, 2 resilience, 0 melee dice, and 0 shooting dice. She can't really fight at all. I guess that's probably because, I don't know, maybe she's too busy, like, yelling at the Doctor and sort of crying and breathing really heavily at the same time. Anyway, she comes with a Fate token like all her companions. She has Unique, Hold Back, Wounds 2, Sneaky, Maverick, and Bodyguard. And the good thing about all that stuff is in the cards you get in the base game, it actually explains what they do on the back of the card rather than making you consult the Codex. Despite the fact that the Codex comes in the game. Okay. So, Unique is obvious, you can only have one of her. Hold Back, she may move up to 2 inches in any direction instead of engaging. Wounds 2, when she would be shocked or exterminated, she gets a wound instead of applying the result. To a maximum of 2, because that's the number next to it. Sneaky, a character with this special trait may always claim cover, even if in the open, which is pretty good because that means people shooting at her get -1 dice. And with a 2 resilience, she's probably going to want that. Maverick, this character can expend a fate marker to get a fate token. Come on, stop changing your words. This character can expend a fate marker to make a second move in either the movement or the shooting subphase, which is a pretty good ability. If she was really doing anything. Any hits scored against the Doctor within 1 inch may be allocated to Clara. But what does she do? She just... Okay, so she's slightly harder to hit, but she's very easy to hit anyway. I guess it's a pretty good bodyguard with wounds too. I guess pretty good, but she can only bodyguard the Doctor, so I guess, yeah, she's a good bodyguard for the Doctor. She can move a few times, but you probably want to use the fate tokens for more important activities. I don't know, she's about as rubbish in this as she is as a companion. Don't at me. Next up we got Jenny Flint. This is a bit of a better one. She has got 6 movement, 3 resilience, 2 melee dice, and 0 shooting dice. She also has Unique, Hold Back, Wounds 1, and Bodyguard for the Doctor and companions. See, Clara, that's how you be nice, twat. She also has My Stuff Sword, which means she begins the game with a sword attached, and all the other abilities we've already just went through, but I'll hold them up there for you anyway, so that if the camera was focused in, you'd be able to read them. And then we've got the sword, which essentially only does melee attacks, obviously, does +1 melee dice, and has piercing. And piercing, that is not written on the back of the card. So I will pause the video here and find out what that is. Piercing, a character or weapon with this trait counts every hit as 2 hits. So that's pretty nifty. Now, one well-known issue with this game, this set, the base set, everything, and it is well known and acknowledged by the creators, is that there's only one sword, but Jenny and Vastra can both not only use it, but probably want it. However, if we look at Vastra, who also has a 6 movement, 3 resilience, 2 melee dice and 0 shooting dice, she also comes in with a sword or energy pistol. So, as far as I see, the easy solution is to give her an energy pistol and give Jenny the sword. But whatever. She has Unique, which we spoke about before, Hunter, which we haven't covered yet, Wounds 1, Bodyguard for the Doctor and companions, and My Stuff Sword or Energy Pistol like we mentioned before. And Hunter, essentially, let's have a look. A miniature with this trait can make an engagement movement up to its movement instead of the usual 2 inches. Now, to engage in melee, all characters have an inherent 2 inches they can move to do so. However, that is going to allow her to move all 6 inches to do so. So it's a pretty nifty ability. The Cybermats have got it, and it makes them like really annoying because they just suddenly come flying at you, and like they're not very good. Don't get me wrong, the Cybermats are not very good, but you know they can they can tie you up and kick your ass. They've got the potential to. I suppose with that Hunter ability, you probably are going to want the sword on Vastra. Maybe just don't play Jenny. There's the energy pistol she can have. It is short range, hand weapon, energy. Lovely, let's find out what those mean in a second. It's got a 6-inch range and it shoots with 3 dice. Now let's find out what all that terminology is. Oh my god, I'm sick of going back in this book. Short range, this weapon cannot double its profile when shooting. All weapons can shoot for twice their range, but if they do, they get a dice penalty. What other ones were there? Hand weapon and energy, right, we're going to have to go in there. Energy, energy, energy. Don't show up to my show if you got no... A weapon or character with this trait counts surges as hits when shooting or fighting in melee. So that's pretty good. And I believe that the hand weapon ability just basically means you can only have 2 of them, and obviously you can't use one with a 2-handed weapon. So that's interesting, but it's got a picture of River Song on it, so I mean, it's a bit shit really, isn't it? Strax, the man of the hour, right. Yeah, he's last. He has got 4 movement. He has got 2 resilience. Because of course he is, he's only a Sontaran. Why would he have like 3, like, you know, Vastra or Jenny? Whatever. He's got +1 melee dice with 0 shooting dice, which is a bit weird. He's got unique, rage, which we haven't covered yet, wounds 1, bodyguard for the doctor and companions, and my stuff, Sontaran blaster and medikit. Now, I'll be honest, I was kind of disappointed by this guy when I first saw him, so hopefully he plays better than he looks. Rage, a miniature with this trait can re-roll all results of jacket when resolving a melee attack, which is pretty good because that is the second most common, or even maybe the first most common side of the dice. Now, when this says reroll all results, that doesn't work for me. That's badly worded. Can reroll all results. That implies you roll them again, and then you roll them again, and then you roll them again, until you don't roll a jacket. Because it's all results. It's bad terminology. It definitely just means once, but yeah. And then, of course, yeah. He comes in with his stuff. So he's got a Sontaran blaster with 6 range, 4 shooting dice, and the energy trait. Nice. And he also has medikit. Discard to immediately recover any shocked character within 2 inches of a selected fully operative character. So that's a pretty good card. But I feel like the shocked state is just kind of a bad way to do damage. Although in saying that, I'm sure a medikit was not going to heal wounds or anything like that. But yeah, the damage system on this game is going to take some getting used to, I think. Anyway, that was the 12th Doctor and Companion set and their corresponding cards from the base set. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.